Hi, today is Sunday, and while Clare College is preparing the gardens and basically the entire college for tomorrow's May Ball, I'm gonna be doing something interesting. I'm playing with my band at the first installment of this amazing event called May Week Alternative. It basically tries to convince people to donate the £150 that they would have paid for a May Ball to Against Malaria Foundation. Many people have donated, so we've got an event where people can have fun and feel good and do good at the same time. So I'll take you with me to another part of Clare College, which is called the Colony. The Colony is where normally second years live, and I don't live there, but it's a nice place and they've got a nice music room where we're gonna be playing. So come with me.
That KUSU this year have already supported us. They passed a motion in KUSU Council to support us and to endorse what we're doing with May Week Alternative. So Evie is going to be in charge of KUSU, is going to say a few words. Evie.
Okay. I'm sorry I'm on my phone. The college printer didn't work, so I was like, oh well, I'll just have to do it off my phone because I can't remember it. But just thank you all for being here today. It's really, really great to see so many people involved in like such an important cause and something that I think has been really long overdue. Because what I always kind of find is quite interesting is that May Week, in May Week, we seem to blindly accept like the immense frivolity of what is going on without really thinking about what we're doing, which is really interesting in a place like Cambridge, which often is so concerned with like access and like improving like people's positions and all of this kind of stuff, but in this 1 week of the year we kind of seem to neglect it and forget about it. So the self-reflexiveness kind of seems to disappear. And okay, to some extent, you understand why it happens. Like after Easter term, which is for many students very, very tiring, very, very stressful, we all kind of want to let our hair down and have a good time. But when a ticket to St John's can cost over £300, we must start to question to what extent this crazy expense of May Week is justified. And there are many issues which kind of emerge, both in terms of the first one, I guess, is kind of access, in the sense that like you see these grand images splashed across the Daily Mail of like May Week at St John's, and something that can put off a lot of students that would otherwise apply. And it also puts pressure on people that perhaps can't afford to do May Week in proper May Week style to try and do it. So there's a massive access issue. And another issue which I think that May Week Alternative really addresses is to think about whether the money we use, even if we could afford to do it, is like the best use of that money. Because £150 is no small amount. And it's not a small amount to spend on one night. And how much we can do so much good with just £150 by donating it to charity instead. But that's not to shame to those who, including myself, get involved in the rest of May Week. For many students, it's a light at the end of the tunnel for a stressful academic year. And it is great fun. But the May Week Alternative is great because it allows us to still have fun and also encourage us to question the accepted frivolity of May Week and consider the responsibilities that we as students have to all those around us, and something that seems to get neglected at this time of year. And that's why I'm really pleased that KUSU offered to support May Week Alternative initiative this year, and why I've really been so inspired by George and everyone, and all the work that's been done by everyone who's been involved. I genuinely believe that May Week Alternative will go from strength to strength in the next few years, and I'm looking forward to doing everything I can next year to help you do that. So I hope you have a great night tonight, and a lovely May Week.
Thank you very much, Evie. Evie and I have already been talking about how we're going to be working together next year to try and make this even bigger. Actually, on the way here, a few of us were carrying over some of the food, and we were talking about how surprised and how proud we were that there's so many of you here. We actually, I just checked, since the event has started, we've just passed the £10,000 mark, which is really incredible. So thank you very much to all of you. I think that deserves a round of applause. It's really amazing. We hoped that we might have, or I hoped that I might have 10 people sitting with me in my room having pizza. That that was the plan for year 1, and this was probably the plan for year 2/3 to get something like this. The fact that so many of you have said that May Week Alternative is something which you can relate to and which you want to do is really inspiring. It's obviously caused some difficulties, like the fact we've had to get a room and organise all of this. But you know, we wouldn't have it any other way because it's really, really amazing, and we're really excited to see when this could go next year. I have quite a few thank yous, but firstly, one man who we have to thank a lot is Sanjay, who set up SoGive, which is the website which you've all donated through, and SoGive have organised for every pound that we've donated to be doubled, and so I think at least half of the £10,000 we have to thank from Sanjay and SoGive. So Sanjay is also going to say a few words about his relationship with May Week Alternative.
I think this is definitely overplaying how much credit I deserve here. But I'm enjoying that, so you know, this is totally cool with me. So look, you know, I just want to give a little bit of perspective about, you know, somebody who was an undergrad at Cambridge slightly more years ago than I want to count. And you know, I went to several May balls, and you know, I managed to get ways to go in for free for some of them and paid for some of them. You know, like it was great. But you know, several years later, I look back and I think, you know, actually, I'm not sure I can remember which ones I attended. And you know, if I ask myself, you know, how much meaning has it made in my life? The answer is actually very little. And what I'm thinking now is, together, through what's been done, through everyone here together, the amount of money raised is enough to mean that there are literally hundreds of cases of malaria that won't happen. Several entire lives that will be lived that would not have been lived. And that's incredibly meaningful. And I think that there's enormous reason for everyone here to be enormously proud about what collectively we can achieve. So, you know, I just want to say, enjoy, have fun, and remember, this is a truly meaningful experience. And well done for being part of it right from the beginning.
Thank you, Sanjay. So I just want to thank a few more people who've made this happen. Firstly, everyone who's wearing a May Week Alternative shirt has been lugging backwards and forwards today. All of the food has been putting all of this up, have been getting all of you guys to come, have been doing the Facebook page, have been doing everything since we started off a couple of months ago. And so they deserve huge rounds of applause for all of the effort which they've put in. I also realised that that's not everyone in the May Week Alternative shirt, because we've also got Kip and the crew who are going to be playing for us.
We have also been lugging things. So we've also been lugging things around.
Yeah. They've been lugging their drum kit or money. We've got to get it back afterwards. But it's very kind of them. They've offered to play for, I think girls will be playing for an hour without charging us anything, which is really, really kind. In the same note, all of the water, the flavoured water, the gin, is all been provided and donated by One, which is in itself a really, really interesting brand, which does something similar, because they donate all of the profits that they make to water projects around the world, and they've given us the drinks for free, which is really good. And I've already mentioned Kusu as well. Is there anyone else I need to mention? I think that's... Also to my mum for coming. A lot of this is thanks to her as well. So I just wanted to say a few words about what we're planning to do next year, because this was really intended as a thank you for everyone who's come on board. But I think we didn't anticipate it growing as much as it has done to this scale. And so we're also looking at this as the start of something really special going forwards. Now, I'm in my first year, I have 3 more years left at Cambridge, but my goal is that May Week Alternatives is something which will carry on long after all of us have left Cambridge. And what we, as the people who have organised it, would like is for, and what our vision is for May Week Alternative to become a central pillar of Cambridge's May Week celebrations, because that will, if that happens, we've had 35 people who are coming at some stage today, and that has raised over £10,000, which has protected hundreds, in fact, which will purchase thousands, over 12,000 people will be protected from malaria-carrying mosquitoes, and we'll be purchasing thousands of mosquito nets, or not we, but Against Malaria Foundation will. And it's a really, really incredible impact just from 35 people. And so the thought of what could happen if there were 50 people, 100 people, 200 people, which in the context of the university is really not that much, who would who agree with the very, very simple message of feel good, do good, and everything which May Week Alternative stands for. That is a vision which we want to see come true in the next few years. But it's not only the fact that we would be raising tens of thousands of pounds for a really, really effective cause, but it's also the fact that May Week Alternative, as Evie said, changes the way that people think, not only about May Week, but also about charity. Because what we do here is we turn giving into a really positive experience, into a really enjoyable experience by bringing it together with the celebrations and the celebratory spirit of May Week. Because everything which we are about is a positive message about how we can marry these two ideas of celebration of all of the May balls going on around us, and also of looking outside the walls of Cambridge and improving the lives of hundreds of people all around the world. So we want to change the way that people are thinking about charity, the way that people are thinking about May Week and what the two of them mean, and also raise tens of thousands of pounds together. And the way that we thought we might be able to get across this message, which would be enjoyable, is that Aaron and I have written a song, May Week Alternative Anthem, which Aaron is now going to sing. And we've printed off the words for the chorus, which occurs 3 times during the song. And so we hope that at least by the 3rd time you'll all be able to join in, and you are definitely being filmed for the purposes of our publicity.
Sorry.
Rest exams are over, no longer any caffeine in our veins. How many of us can say we're really sober after gin and beer and cider and champagne? But while we're having fun here in Cambridge, there are many causes we should keep in mind. Do we really want these things to stay the same? Rich? No. That's why we realize NWA, new way to celebrate with all your mates before the summer break. NWA, new world will create, make no mistake, you cannot understand. We're on something great. We want to thank all those who came. We couldn't have done it alone. Imagine the sadness and shame of George in a room on his own. Here's a quick shout out to one for all of the water and gin. When they heard we were writing this song, they forced us to put that line in. NWA, new way to celebrate with all your mates before the summer break. Something great. We may have
I think now we're going to have a set from Kip and the Crew, but whilst we're all here, can we get a picture of everyone waving up to...
We're going to be a bit loud, but it's alright. No, just for this like small venue. Good outfit. Yeah, go on for a minute. That's cool.
So Kip, how excited are you to be part of this event?
I'm so excited. I think this is a great initiative. I'm backing it for the years going forwards. I think, you know, it's one of the best things Cambridge has ever seen.
Yeah, I agree with you, man.
You agree?
Yeah.
I agree too, man. You know? I think from this point on, we're going to let the music do the talking.
Yeah, good Aerosmith fun there.
Yeah.